Hello there. Oh shit, my apron. Okay. Well, y'all, it's 7 o'clock. Whoop. Gotta defrost that meat because I'm a slack ass and didn't do it earlier. But as you all know, from the title, if nothing else, if you've been following my updates, that tonight is Cottage Pie. Let me use this garlic instead. It's about done. Cottage Pie is shepherd's pie, but it just has beef instead of lamb. If you use lamb, it's a shepherd's pie. If you use beef, it's a cottage pie. There's no real other difference than that. So where is my use some dried rosemary because I used the rest of the fresh rosemary that I had the past couple of days. And we're not going grocery shopping frequently. So we'll actually be going again Sunday. Today is Friday. So let's go ahead and get started. Need me a knife. Oh, fuck, that's hot. Let's sit there for a second. But we're going to get started with a basic mirepoix. I'm doing it a little bit different tonight. I'm back on my phone with the phone facing towards me, kind of thing, just because that delay was fucking with my head in a pretty hard way. So, yeah, the celery has pretty much seen better days, but I'm going to use the last bit of it that I have. Two stalks, plus I'm going to keep the leaves from the center. Yeah, this is pretty much on its last leg. That'll be used for stock. At this point, let's wash the celery and the carrots. We'll get those cutting. Again, what I'm basically doing right now is I'm going to make something called a mirepoix. Mirepoix is French term for basically like a trinity of carrots, celery, and onions. Celery's clean. This knife is still hot. Just came out of the dishwasher. So, cut your celery. Now this knife is actually burning my hand. Holy shit, give me a second. Damn, what the fuck? Put some cold water over it for a couple seconds. Jesus. Hey Justin. Whew. Okay, that's way better. Yeah, I've been cooking for like 25 years at this point. And working in restaurants for going on 15, and that was too hot for my hands. Which, damn. Again, you want to cut it all about the same size. When it's cut, I like to throw it all into a bowl, let it chill out there for a minute. Now onto the carrots. I'm going to top and tail the carrots. Toss that part. Jesus, cannot clear my throat. Little froggy don't want to jump. Hey, Indy. Okay. Andy, I'm actually not surprised you're here. I feel like we've actually discussed shepherd's pie before. But no, I'm not peeling my carrots. I don't really see the point in doing that. Like, they're clean, they're good. So, let's do it. Carrots are all cut into the bowl. Now we need the onion. Get this top couple layers off here. Hey Doug. I missed somebody. It says there's another person watching, but it doesn't show me. It didn't show me who you are. Or I missed it. So hello, whoever your other person is. Words are hard. Hello, whoever the hell's watching that I didn't say hello to already. Moving on. Jesus. We are going to save that last bit of celery leaves I have on the side there, because those are going to go in our potatoes along with some thyme. Celery leaves in potatoes is essentially something called champ, which is a Irish dish or British dish, somewhere where they talk all weird like across that pond there. So cut your onion, slice down, slice over, and you're done with that whole half of that onion that quick. Onions are crazy easy to cut, you guys. And once again, because I'm a slack ass, I did not preheat my oven, which we're a little ways away from that anyway, but put it on about 400, get all this stuff off of my oven so that nothing melts or burns or catches fire or blah 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 blah. You're actually trash. Go away. Okay, onions in my little bowl. Now, all my veg that I'm about to saute up in there. Get some garlic. Just 2 little extras. 2 to 3 cloves is good, but you know, you do you on the amount of garlic kind of thing. Where's up? Empty. My pot. All my veggies in there. Are you done? No. We will use that bowl again in just a minute or so. Let me reset this. Get this going. Yeah. That should work. Oil. We want to use some salt to help draw out the liquid in the veggies, help them cook faster and give them a little bit of flavor. Of course, pepper. Cook these for about 5 minutes or so so they're nice and soft. While that's heating up, then get my garlic peeled. Ugh. You know, I really should buy the garlic already peeled in that thing, just because I truly hate peeling garlic. I don't mind the mess. I don't mind the smell. I don't care if my hands smell like garlic afterwards or whatever. It's just this part right here bugs me. Now I'm just knocking this down into my sink so I can run it down the garbage disposal easier a little bit later, because make cleanup as easy as possible whenever possible, because the maid don't come. Yeah, she quit coming because, you know, we didn't pay her. You know, she wanted like money to come and do stuff. Like money in exchange for goods or services. That's not American. Those are starting to sizzle. Come on. God, I hate this. Okay. Put that over there. Here, knife. Run through the garlic a little bit. Just a rough chop on that garlic. Do I have a trusty? Huh, I don't. Is this one? No, this is going to melt. Haha, there we go. Put this upside down. Fair enough. Got a good stir. Get that going. Now, when I do the potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and get those started up. You want to peel them, wash them, and dice them. So, again, right into the garbage disposal. Because why waste time? If you got instant potatoes, this will work as well. Just, of course, follow the package directions to get them nice and fluffy. Then you want to add an egg yolk to it. Tip from me to you for instant taters: if it says that you need to, watch that again. If it says to add water, add milk. It makes a huge difference. Taters, never ending. I need somebody to come over here and do all this prep work for me so I can just sit in front of the camera and be astounding and entertaining for you all. If there are any questions or anything, y'all feel free to ask. I can answer most questions about cooking and stuff. But if I don't know the answer, I will give you an answer that makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about. Because I'm quite convincing. Then come peel my taters, Justin. That sounded euphemistically filthy. This will do about 4. I tend to make more just because, like the vodka sauce and meatballs I had for lunch today, I always make extra for later on. Because as much as I do thoroughly love to cook, I absolutely cannot be bothered to cook a meal 3 times a day. Like, yeah. It's not that I so much mind the cooking, it's more that I can't be bothered to actually do all the dishes. So, give this a quick stir. What is that on? Looks like a medium high. Stir. Thank you. And yeah, I've done prep before. I used to work at Zoe's Kitchen downtown. Right down the street from where Hall's is now, actually. I'm not trying to out where you work, but it's on your profile. So. Yeah, I worked Zoe's doing prep and kitchen. I worked Saluta's downtown, kitchen, some prep. Mainly cold. Well, cold stuff there. Cold stuff and salads. Come here, flies. Now, I know, right? Ugh. See, I don't so much mind the prep, though, in all fairness. Like, I've told my job 100 times, if I could just come in and prep, that'd be fine. I used to work for gas stations, and my favorite thing on the planet was to do the coolers. I hated everything else about it. Like, if I could just work in the coolers, like go and be left the hell alone, and just work in the coolers, call it a day, I'd be good. I'd be so good. But they were like, no, we need you to do all this other shit. And I'm like, I'm busy. But, you know, whatever. I do actually kind of miss it sometimes, but I don't miss the money. Because that was not good money. So, after a couple minutes, the garlic goes in. Give that a good stir, mix around. Start cutting my taters. You want to cut the taters around the same size, because if you cut them the same size, they will cook at the same time, and you won't have super duper lumpy mash. So cut them the same size, you get the same cooking time. You got a tiny one and a big ass one. That tiny one's going to cook in like no time. That big ass one's going to be raw by the time that tiny one's going to still be raw, and that tiny one's going to disintegrate. So, yeah. Cut your shit the same size. I need to add a little bit more oil to this. Yeah, just a touch. Cooking a little dry. Just a little bit. Like another tablespoon or so. Okay. Taters. Okay. Again. Oh, oven's done. Yay. When you're doing the potatoes, you want to put them into a cold pot of water and then let it come up to temperature slowly when you turn the pot on. You turn the hob on. If you put them in with hot or boiling water, the outside's going to cook and the inside's still going to be raw and hard, and nobody wants that. Crunchy potatoes are not a great thing. Crispy potatoes are phenomenal. One more tater. I'm doing a lot here, a lot of taters, because if you've ever seen like Shepard's or Cottage Pie before, you know, the meat mixture with the veggies is all cooked down and yummy yummy, and then it's topped with the mashed taters and then baked off. So, yeah. I'm going to do a lot to make sure everything gets nice and covered. Turn this on. Bring that to a boil in my little bowl over here. This is just about done. Everything's getting just a scotia color on it. Some salt for that. Okay. The sauce I'm going to be doing is going to be a mix of a little bottle of red wine, which is so cute, some tomato paste, and rosemary. A little bit of thyme in there just for shits and giggles. Then some beef broth. If you have stock, that works too. You'll get a better flavor. But I have a stock, but the stock's not open. The beef broth is open, so the beef broth is getting used. The stock is in the fridge. Nice and cold, but I picked it up. I was like, wait a second. This thing seems damn near full. Oh wait, it is full. So, yeah. Hey Megan. How is everything going? I miss you guys. These all have a nice little color to them. Put these in the bowl, set them aside. because I'm going to use this exact same pot to cook my meat in just a second. You can use 2 pots, but I'm the one doing the dishes, so I'm using 1. Because I ain't got time for this shit. Right back in there. Same spoon, same everything. Let's do this. Pan's already nice and hot, getting some brown on the meat. Fun fact, the brown on the meat is known as the Maillard reaction, when food starts to go brown. And we all know brown food tastes good. Set that there. Do I have a... I do. Okay, that'll work. I don't want to pour my... I'm going to have to drain the meat in a few minutes. I don't want to pour the meat like down the sink because I can fuck up your pipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a metal, actually mixing bowl, because that's what's dirty right now. Pour that in there, let it come to room temperature. It'll solidify, then I just throw it away. Like I'll scoop it out with a dirty spoon, when this is all said and done, and put it right in the trash. Animal fat solidifies when it hits room temp or cold. Vegetable fat does not. Unless it goes through that stage where they pump like hydrogen through it, hydrogenated vegetable oil and things like that. That's what makes that solid at room temperature. I don't have any. What I have is actual lard. This is straight up lard. This is from a pig or a cow or something. So I don't know, but it's phenomenal. I use it to make like tortillas a couple times. They've never turned out well. I cannot make tortillas. I need to try again. Because I posted a recipe for my steak tacos on some website once, and I got slammed so fucking hard from almost everybody there for not making my own tortillas. And I'm like, I thought I was pretentious as hell. Holy shit. Y'all need to let a bitch know. I approve. Oh. You are. Okay, you are on. Alright, good. Yeah, this is taking forever. But, let's see. Go ahead and pick some thyme. I really wish thyme was not in these giant packs like this. I wish they wouldn't like pack it full. I can never use this much. And Food Lion is no damn help because they're always out of stuff. I'm thirsty. How'd the video go tonight? Oh, it went great. They all watched me drink off camera. And it's not even alcohol. That's the best part. This is just tea. So I'm not even mixing anything in with this. Okay. Some of the thyme is going to go into the meat mixture, and but most of it's going to go into the taters. If they decide they ever want to boil. They're kind of being an asshole right now. But I don't like stems in my herbs. And thyme is very stemmy. It's kind of an asshole. pro tip, grab the top of the stem of the thyme, like this, where it's still got some strength, pinch down and pull. You'll clear the entire thing in one go. But then you get ones that are like really weak and still like, bendy right there. Grab those, they're gonna pop. Go a little bit below it, and pull everything off. Or eat the damn stems. They're not gonna hurt you. And they're gonna cook long enough so they'll cook down. You won't even like realize they're there, but I know they're there. And I can't. I physically cannot. So. Oh, we started watching The Witcher last night. Fun little show. No idea where the hell it's going to go, because we're only in one episode. But, we'll see. This is pretty much done. Get my bowl over here. Fucking taters. Yeah, can you see them? Like, no, y'all can't really see them. They're like just starting to simmer at this point. Yeah, this mixing bowl is very dirty. It's got cake batter, well, dried ass cake batter in it. The dishwasher was already going. So, but I made a chocolate cake earlier because my husband said he wanted a chocolate cake. He hardly requests things or asks for anything, so I definitely can't tell him no. And he knows this. He knows that because he asks for so little, I can never tell him no. And does he use that to his advantage? Of course he does. Anybody would. Oh, shit. There's grease on here. Hold on. I want to smoke it out. Roll it down, Bosco. Okay, meat's in there, veggies in there. Oh shit, get in there. Now, I'm going to add our broth, or stock, whatever you got. It's about a cup. Good morning, though. And, excuse me. Oh, I gotta. My thing's not plugged in. There we go. Hey, Roxanne. Yeah, we don't really do asparagus in this house. I personally can't fucking stand it. I think it's gross. It's been a while, so I'll try it again. I'm using about 3/4 of that can. Like, I'm willing to try it again. It's been a while, and I know that your tastes do change every couple of years. But, ugh, so gross. Oh my god. I've had it about 10 different ways, and every time I tried it, I can't stand it. Hey, Jeanette. And this could be a Black Forest cake, actually. But it's going to be a different one, just a regular chocolate cake. And the recipe online looked like it actually worked out pretty well. Because again, I can't bake for shit. So, yeah. I have to do other people's baking recipes. I only have one baking recipe, and that one is a sweet tea vodka pound cake with a lemon glaze that I talked to my managers when I used to work at this place called Lulabelle, which is no longer open. And, oh my god. They agreed to buy them from me. I'd make them at home, you know, sell them in the restaurant. So they could like mark them up all the hell. And they did, so they made plenty of money, but I made money too, so I don't really care. She tried to like fuck me over at the last fucking second though. So it's like you know, 14. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do 14 bucks a cake. I bring in 3 of them, which is what she asked for. She's like, oh no, I meant total. And I was like, no, the fuck you did not. Like, just trust me, I will go home and eat these motherfuckers. $14. The fucking, the ingredients cost me more than that. What the hell? Huh.
I used to bacon.
Yeah, I've heard, like, you know, the simplest recipes, like the best recipes, and blah, blah, blah. I've had it sauteed, baked, boiled, braised, deep fried, wrapped in prosciutto and cream cheese. Like, I've had it a dozen different ways. Like, if you can think of a way it's prepared, I've had it that way. But I still eat it. Although it's been a couple of years since I tried it, so I'm more than willing to try it again. Put some thyme in there, not a whole bunch, just about half a teaspoon. It's dry. We use more dried than we use fresh. Dried herbs don't have the flavor that fresh herbs have. They still work, 100% work, but they're just not right. Like, you need about twice as much normally. So, and again, this is a real simple dish. Nothing real big or fancy to it whatsoever. So good. Cut up the celery leaves here.
What are you saying? Beef and potato pie?
Oh, okay. It's basically shepherd's pie, but made with beef. That is the 100% actual definition and the best way to describe it. If you ever had shepherd's pie, it's like that, but not because it's, you know, because it's not fucking the thing. So. I'm making a list, a grocery list, of things I can order. Not order, have to go in and get it. Because while I've been trying my damnedest to do that online grocery order, so is the rest of the city apparently. And I absolutely cannot. The closest I could get in was for Tuesday at 6. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Jesus. Like, I need food before then. I'm out of coffee creamer and I'm not fucking happy about it. But yeah, I think next week I'm planning chicken noodle soup. We're gonna do maybe some pad thai if I can get some soba noodles. Or I can always just make my own udon noodles. They are crazy easy. They just take forever. Memory serves, it's just like flour and water. You mix together, let it sit. You really have to work it, and it's a hard dough, so they actually recommend putting it in like a Ziploc bag, wrapping that in like grocery bags, and then working it with your feet to get the pressure right, which is what I do. Then let it sit for like another hour, do it again, let it sit for another hour, do it again. Then you roll it out real thin and you cut it up. You are boiling, turn you down. This is condensing a little faster than I want it to. I want to get the flavors all up in there. A little more salt. Haven't tasted, but I know it's going to need it because I know how much I've added. Plus, I added just a little bit for the veggies. And I've already put in the beef broth, the wine, the meat. So, yeah, this definitely is going to need a little more salt. And a little pepper, too. Fuck it. We like pepper. My celery leaves and thyme are all chopped up and pretty. It's cool. The only thing you can actually see in here at this point is the meat and the carrots. The garlic is like absorbed all the color pretty much. The onions, I'm starting to wonder if I can put them in there or not at this point. The celery's popping up here and there, but yeah. Let's see how this tastes. Just a little spoon. Yeah, that's good. Just to cook down a little bit more. It's a very mild flavor. I want it a little bit stronger. And by letting it cook over a low heat, it will condense those flavors. Taters. If you want to tell if your taters are done, pull them out with a knife. Still giving too much. There's still too much pressure to put in to the potato. If the potato's done, the knife will just slide right in. So another minute or two on those. There's my... Oh, shit. Hold on. Didn't do this all the way to the back. Stir. Stir. Hey, Jenny. I have not had tequila sunrise cake. I have had rum cake. I've made rum cake. Got drunk off of rum cake when we were actually in the Bahamas one year. That was a good time. It was a lot of fucking cake, but it was one of the places where they just made it and poured the rum on. They're like, "Hey, you want like 75 samples?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's do this." Oh, I spent so much money in that fucking store. And actually, when I got a tattoo when I was in Nassau, and while I was getting the tattoo, the guy was like, "You thirsty?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm kind of thirsty." He's like, "Oh, do you want a Coke?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, give me a Coke, whatever." Then he goes and brings me a Coke. He's like, "You want some rum?" And I'm like, "I don't think that's allowed, but I don't think we're technically legally in America, and nobody's gonna really stop me, and I'm not driving, so fuck it, let's bring on the rum." So I got drunk getting a tattoo. That was fun. Turned out great, actually. It's the Illuminati diamond is on my left. It's on my left calf muscle. It's the same guy who did the tattoo of, what's her name, Danny on Anna Marie, or Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah, Anna Nicole. That tattoo she had of Danny on her arm, the same guy that did that. We were actually in Nassau the day they decided who the kid went to. After Anna Nicole passed away, died, suicide, I don't know what happened. I don't know who got the kit, honestly. I wasn't paying attention. I was on vacation. We just happened to be there then. Like the tour guide told us, and I was like, "Oh, she's from here? Cool." Then a couple of years later, I went back and I got the tattoo. When I was with Fuck Up. That's right. That piece of shit. Oh, I hope he's dead. Hey, Deb. I think these taters are about done. A good way to tell, without like sticking a knife or anything in there, is when they just start to lose the sharpness of the cuts and stuff. When that just starts to fall away, they're done. And that's what's happening now. So, off. Drain. Now, I'm gonna let the potatoes drain and steam off in the sink. Sink is the fucking word. God damn, I cannot fucking talk. Sink is the word in the colander, and let as much moisture come out of those as I can, because I'm going to replace that moisture. All the water is coming out. I'm going to replace it with basically butter and a little bit of sour cream. just add like even more flavor. So make them extra rich and tasty and delish. Our oven is preheated. This is looking like a nice spaghetti sauce with a bunch of veggies in it, which actually I've done spaghetti sauce 100 times with a mirepoix, the carrot, celery, onions. They add a lot of flavor to it. I tend to do it more for a bolognese, which is just spaghetti sauce with meat in it, because spaghetti sauces: red sauce, pomodoro; spicy red sauce, arrabbiata. What is? Okay, that's something. Okay, whatever. Sorry, the thing's like right over my chest. It was looking weird. Yeah, red sauce, pomo, spicy arrabbiata, meat, bolognese. Real simple. Like somebody ordered a pasta alla arrabbiata, and they're like, "What?" And I was like, "It's fucking red sauce with fucking crushed red pepper in it. Sit down." Like, they're just being pretentious. It's fine. Let them be. Ooh. Oh my god, I would love some rum. I might make a rum cake because I have this. Heard the liquor stores were closing, so I was like, shit. Went and got some vodka, some lemon. I got him some Evan Williams Fire, and I got some tequila. I love cooking with tequila. I cannot drink it because I become very allergic to cloves and very fucking friendly. I drink it, but I can only drink it around my husband. So, because, yeah, otherwise it's gonna be a fucking fight. That's done. About 3 tablespoons of butter. That softened up nicely. Potatoes are going in with the butter. No, we don't get all that butter. Get your ass in there. I just smear you on, you'll melt. I'm like, don't try to argue with me. You will not win. Stir, stir, stir. Okay. Now this is my tater masher. I love it. Love my tater masher. Just get in there and mash the ever-loving hell out of them taters. I like them as mashed as possible. I like a nice, smooth, creamy consistency with the taters. Notice the only thing I've added here is butter so far. I'm not adding anything else until I get the taters the consistency I want them. Because things like the sour cream or the herbs or whatever, they will actually work against your masher, and the butter will help it. So cool. It's like the Play-Doh hair thing that us 80s kids had growing up. There we go. Now if you want them a little lumpy, you can basically stop when they start coming together. That's a preference. Some folks like lumpy mashed potatoes. I mean, Boston Market's still in business somehow. And I hate the potatoes. But I like schmooze. So, I did this for like 2 or 3 minutes. It's also helped cooling them down a bit. They still need to be seasoned. And Again, if you want to stop when they're still a little bit lumpy, that's fine. If you want to do this for 30 minutes, you do you. My mother, growing up, would actually put them in the stand mixer and let it go. And within like 10 minutes, we had amazing potatoes. I didn't know potatoes could have lumps in them because I grew up eating her potatoes. And I love her mashed potatoes. Oh my God. I don't know how the same kind of stand mixer she had. I had KitchenAid. She had something that was on sale or she wanted a raffle. So, yeah. Okay. Those are good. Tastes like nothing, but that consistency is like fucking the shiz. Celery leaves, thyme, some chives. Cause fuck it. Some sour cream. Like 2 good scoops. Now, I'm going to mix them up before I add one final thing to it. I'm going to put some egg yolks in it. Just, I'll do 2 with this amount of taters. Well, before I do that, I'm going to season it and taste it and make sure it tastes good. There we go. These are looking great. Now again, if you want to use instant potatoes, you can, and you would have finished with this 30 minutes ago, then that's fine. But I have potatoes that I need to use. So, here we are. Okay, I know these need salt. I just fucking tasted them. Okay. You don't want them too salty because they're going to complement the richness of your cottage pie over here. Thank you. So let's try this. It's been cooking down. Here's such nice little sweetness for that. Stir, stir, stir. For some reason, potatoes, oh my God, they take forever to get salted properly. Okay. Feel this. Okay, this is still pretty warm. Take it off the heat completely. Make me a well. Check the temperature. That's good. The eggs. I'm going to do 2 egg yolks. Separate. I'm not saving the whites or anything. So again, just right down the sink. Save on cleanup. And I want to get that in and mix it up as quick as I can. I don't want to cook the egg yolk yet. I want to mix in the egg yolk. If I let it hit the side of that hot ass pan, it's going to cook it. It's going to become a solid. I want it to become a solid, but I want it to become a solid all over. Making them extra thick. Thick with like 3 C's. Hey, Eric. This is actually a trick I learned from watching Julia Child. This one might not work. Okay, yeah, that fucking, the albumin was not trying to give up on that. Still, Jesus. That albumin really wanted to go along for the ride. Albumin is the correct name for the white part. So, yeah. Okay, now that's all mixed in, creamy. See that? Good old whipped potatoes. Okay. Oven is set to 400. Yes. This out of the way. Wash my hands real quick. I'm using this again because it's clean. And I like having a dish where I can actually see the layers of the cottage pie. I almost said Shepard. We usually have lamb. Hell, there might be some in the low boy. But hell if I know. Ugh. You go there. Okay. Now, here, no, we're not going to do that. I was going to say, put your potatoes in a piping bag and pipe all over the top of the shit. But again, we ain't fancy. It's trying to find somewhere to put this, so I don't want that directly on the heat. Both these burners were on recently. So, scoop your taters out. Plop, plop, plop. Keep finding like taters under here. What the hell? Scrape that pan. You just spent time, energy, and money cooking all this. Get your damn money's worth. Get all of them out. Come on, bitch. Okay. No, just get in there. Now, little trick, wash off your spoon or your spatula. While it's still wet, press down and smear. You want to cover as much of the outside as you can. You want to try to lock everything in there. Now, some of it's going to seep through. It's fine. It's going to seep through anyway once you bake it, in all fairness. But this just looks cool. That's where the baking or the piping bag also comes in real handy. But we're not going to pipe it because I have shit to do. Actually, we're quarantined. I really don't, but we can all pretend. Yeah. Way more of that see-through than I wanted it to. But it's all good. Here's the cottage pie. Now, just for fun, saw this one from Gordon Ramsay. Get you a fork and drag it across the top. Kind of digging up the potatoes you just laid down all nice and flat. Go across one side, go across the other. Like, fuck it up. Don't let any nice, clean tater swipes. Go back like one more time. And like a zigzaggy, almost like a, what's it called? Like a, that's the pie pattern called. The thing. Lattice. Yeah, do you like a little lattice design? Just make it nice and pretty. And the fun thing is, it's going to go in the oven. Those tiny bits of tater on top are going to catch and turn like a golden brown, which is going to look amazing when it comes out. So, this is ready to go in. I'm going to say half an hour. Just get those taters nice and cooked and everything. Well, hell, everything is cooked. I want to get the egg yolk cooked all the way through so that I know it'll be done. So, I am going to go have a cigarette, and then I'm going to go straighten this place up some and do some of the probably cake decorating because I've got some icing I want to use on this cake. So yes, thank y'all very much for tuning in, and I hope y'all enjoyed.